Ever wondered what it would be like to live with a tribe in Africa? No phones, no internet, just people, tradition, and nature. It might sound tough at first, but the truth is, it's one of the most real, raw, and eye-opening experiences anyone could ever have. You're not just visiting, you're part of the community. You're eating what they eat, walking where they walk, and sleeping under the same stars. It's not a vacation, it's a life shift. Today, we're diving into what it really feels like to live with a traditional African tribe. If you're curious about real stories and experiences from across the world, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join Nomadic Compass for more journeys that truly change the way we see life. First steps into a different world. When you first arrive in a tribal village, everything feels new. The way people dress, the way they talk, even the smells in the air. It all hits you at once. There's no warm-up. It's full immersion. The people are curious about you just as much as you are about them. They greet you with open arms, sometimes with a cautious smile, sometimes with laughter. But there's always a warmth that makes you feel welcome. Even if you don't speak the same language, you learn to smile more, to observe, to listen. That's your way in. The village itself feels alive, buzzing with activity. Children run around, their laughter echoing through the open spaces. Women gather around communal areas, preparing food or crafting tools, while men tend to livestock or repair huts. The rhythm of life here is different, slower yet purposeful. You quickly realize that every action, no matter how small, has meaning. Whether it's fetching water, tending to crops, or simply sitting with the elders, you're part of something bigger. As the days pass, you start to adapt. The initial shock of being in such a foreign environment fades, replaced by a sense of belonging. You learn to communicate without words, using gestures, expressions, and shared moments. The tribe's way of life begins to feel less strange and more natural. You realize that despite the differences, there's a universal language of kindness and connection. It's a humbling experience, one that stays with you long after you leave. Learning through living. There's no classroom. Your lessons come from doing. You help gather firewood, learning which branches are best for burning and how to carry them back without dropping them. You learn how to carry water in a bucket on your head without spilling a drop, a skill that takes practice and patience. You sit with the elders, listening to stories passed down through generations, tales of courage, love, and survival. These stories aren't just entertainment. They're lessons, warnings, and reminders of who they are. You eat what's made from the land, cooked over open flames. The food is simple but nourishing, and you quickly learn to appreciate its value. Every meal is a reminder of how connected the tribe is to the earth. You learn the rhythm of the place, the sounds of the animals, the patterns of the weather, the cycles of the seasons. Slowly, without even realizing it, you start to become part of it. The tribe teaches you skills you never thought you'd need. You learn how to grind maize into flour, how to milk a cow, and how to build a hut using mud and sticks. These tasks are hard work, but they're also deeply satisfying. You begin to understand the pride that comes from creating something with your own hands. It's a different kind of education, one that doesn't come from books or screens, but from experience and connection. The daily life of the tribe. Mornings start early. The sun is your alarm, and the sounds of roosters, goats, and distant drums wake you. Everyone has a job to do. Some people go to the fields, tending to crops like maize, cassava, or millet. Others tend to animals, herding cattle or goats to grazing areas. Kids play, but they also help out, fetching water or gathering firewood. There's no laziness here. Life is about contribution. You do your part, even if it's small. It matters. You find yourself learning skills you never imagined. You learn how to milk a cow, grind maize into flour, or build a hut using mud and sticks. These tasks are hard work, but they're also deeply satisfying. You begin to understand the pride that comes from creating something with your own hands. It's a different kind of education, one that doesn't come from books or screens, but from experience and connection. The rhythm of the day is steady and purposeful. There's no rush, no deadlines, just the natural flow of life. Meals are shared, stories are told, and laughter fills the air. Evenings are spent around the fire, where people gather to talk, sing, and dance. It's a life stripped down to its essentials, yet it feels full and meaningful. You realize that happiness doesn't come from possessions or achievements, but from the connections you make and the moments you share. Food, family, and fires. Meals are simple, but they mean more here. It's not about taste alone. It's about togetherness. People gather around fires, sharing stories and laughter while eating with their hands. There's no fancy tableware, no elaborate recipes, just the basics, prepared with care and shared with love. You learn how to make traditional dishes like ugali, a dense maize porridge, or cassava, a starchy root vegetable, or millet porridge, a hearty staple. These meals are filling and nourishing, but they're also a reminder of how deeply connected the tribe is to the land. Cooking is a communal activity. Women often work together, grinding maize, peeling cassava, or stirring pots over open flames. Men might roast meat or fish caught from nearby rivers. Everyone has a role, and everyone contributes. You quickly realize that food here isn't just about sustenance. It's a way of bringing people together. Meals are a time to pause, to connect, and to celebrate the day's work. The act of eating is intimate. There are no plates or utensils, just hands reaching into shared bowls. At first, it might feel strange, but soon it becomes natural. There's something deeply human about eating this way, something that reminds you of how food has always been a bridge between people. The flavors are simple, but they're rich in meaning. You begin to understand what it means to cook for survival, not just pleasure. Every ingredient is valued, every bite appreciated. Evenings around the fire are magical. As the sun sets, the village comes alive with the crackle of flames and the hum of conversation. Stories are told, some funny, some serious, all deeply personal. Songs are sung, often accompanied by clapping or drumming. The firelight dances on faces, casting shadows that seem to tell their own stories. It's in these moments that you feel most connected to the tribe. The warmth of the fire, the laughter, the shared food. It all creates a sense of belonging that's hard to put into words. Celebrations and ceremonies. Every tribe has its traditions. Some are quiet, like naming a newborn. Others are loud and colorful, like weddings or harvest dances. You're lucky if you get to witness one. They dress in vibrant clothing, paint their faces, and dance for hours. The drums shake the ground, and the singing fills the air. It's powerful. You feel it in your bones. These moments are about identity, about memory, about keeping the past alive. Hardships and strength. Life isn't easy here. There's drought, there's sickness, there's loss. But what's amazing is the strength of the people. They keep going. They lean on each other. There's no complaining, no giving up, just doing what needs to be done. It humbles you. You start to see how strong the human spirit really is. If this story touched you or made you curious, don't forget to subscribe to Nomadic Compass. We bring you real stories from real people, places that teach us what it truly means to live. These aren't just facts. They're moments that stick with you, stories that change how you see the world. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a journey. Let us know in the comments what part of this experience resonated with you the most. Would you ever live with a tribe? Your thoughts and stories inspire us to keep exploring and sharing. Thanks for watching, and remember, life isn't about the destination. It's about the connections we make along the way. See you in the next adventure.